Muy buenas a todos, hermanos de Acero, bienvenidos a otro video más. Y el día de hoy vamos a hablar del juego de Evil Dead, señores. Este juego que tiene fecha de salida el próximo 13 de mayo, que lo voy a estar seguramente subiendo al canal. Y también lo vamos a estar jugando en vivo en mi canal de Twitch, que les dejo el enlace en la descripción y en mensajes marcados. Pero este día vamos a hacer un video reacción, porque hace unos días atrás, aproximadamente unos 3-4 días, dependiendo de cuándo ustedes vean este video, la gente de Game Informer ha tenido la exclusiva de que ha tenido los gameplay tanto desde el lado de los supervivientes como de los demonios. En este caso, este es un asimétrico, un 4 vs 1, donde un demonio se enfrenta a 4 supervivientes, pero estos supervivientes no son como el resto de los asimétricos, que no pueden hacer absolutamente nada más que escapar. Aquí se enfrentan directamente con el demonio o el killer, como ustedes quieran llamarlo. En el video de hoy les voy a mostrar la reacción que tuvimos en vivo la última vez en mi canal de Twitch. Así que los dejo, y después de este video voy a empezar a subir información, al menos la que va saliendo hasta el momento, de este juego que realmente se merece una super oportunidad, gente. Los dejo, espero les guste, gracias por mirar y nos vemos en el campo de batalla. Bueno, vamos, al lado de los supervivientes. Coco.
Welcome to Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, today joined by Dan Tack, who's had a chance to get an early look at Evil Dead, the game. It's the latest game on our cover. Dan, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Evil Dead. Remember this one?
Okay.
No, to be fair, I mean, the franchise has been resurrected several times at this point, and is
Warrior,
probably,
dice.
you know, it's gaining steam again. From,
Son las diferentes facetas de las películas
in the heyday of horror, shall we
y
say.
de la serie.
Yeah. So we're looking at, I mean, there's the
Hunter,
cast of characters. I was talking to Bruce Campbell, and he was
y
telling
Support.
me that,
Tenemos
all
tres
the old voice,
tres
all the
tipos
old
de
actors are
cosas.
coming back as voice actors.
La
to
Support,
reprise
Hunter,
their
Warrior
roles
y
in this game.
Líder, que sería un vanguardia.
It's interesting because not all of them have been so intertwined with this franchise like Bruce has been.
Stamina,
since it was
Shield,
originally
Fit,
released
Health,
as
Rage.
a movie. So,
Okay.
yeah, you want to walk us through what we're seeing
Lindos
here,
gráficos.
these skills?
Sure, but yeah, that's really cool. I mean, Bruce has been the face of the franchise since even the beginning, really. I mean, and that we're going to have characters from all of the
Qué bueno que se ve.
stuff, including the TV show, Army of Darkness, that's all here. So what we've got here, what we're looking at right now, this is a survivor group, 4 players. In this game, it is 4 survivors versus 1 demon. Now, you're saying,
4
"Man, I've heard this
supervivientes versus
before."
un demonio.
However, this is a lot different than other asymmetrical players versus the great evil kind of game, in that the survivors are extremely active against the evil. They will have to battle all kinds of minions, little minions, middle minions,
Mira.
and big boss minions.
Es autito y
Again,
todo.
as the enemy plans out and plots traps and ambushes and attacks.
Se ve que es grande el mapa.
And I mean fighting very directly. I don't mean like running and hiding or using a flashlight to scare somebody away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bueno, está
chopping
diciendo
them
que-
in half, okay?
That's awesome.
Or blowing them away with a shotgun. Or I'm sorry, in Evil Dead, you know.
Está diciendo que obviamente los supervivientes tienen cómo enfrentar, ¿no?
As you can see here,
hay claro.
Minor deadites.
Hay como gente posesa ahí.
That'll get you, depending on your spec, your build, your talents, and all that kind of stuff.
Quiero ver al demonio que vendría a ser el killer. ¿Cómo sería?
So it behooves you to like.
Oh my
that-
Oh
god.
my god, that scared the heck out of me.
What the fuck?
That is a jump scare. So what that means, the demon player.
Qué bueno que está.
actually
Me
used
encanta.
an ability that shoots through. You can actually, once you get good with it, I was good with it after like. 2
Ah,
games,
escopeta ahí.
you can hit more than 1 target at once with it.
Oh,
So
qué
it has a
nice.
And then you just fire it off and you zoom through different characters. What it will do, it gives them a jump scare, which may or may not be important.
Mirá,
depending what they're
la
doing,
mano.
and it
La mano
raises
de
their fear level. This
Qué
also raises
bueno.
their fear level.
Toma.
And then you use traps, like,
Qué
you know, just
bueno.
like mini ashes and the hand and
Yeah.
some
Mini
other stuff
ashes.
like
The
that.
staples.
Right, anything you'd expect from Evil Dead, really. And that stuff all serves to raise your fear bar. When your fear bar goes up, you are more vulnerable
Qué
to the enemy.
bueno que
This
está,
is
loco. Qué
directly.
bien.
You'll
Oh,
have a
really?
you'll have a little bit reduced vision. You'll be a little bit more wobbly. So you want
Muy
your
bueno,
fear to
gente.
be low at all times, and you'll need to
¿Es un mapa
reduce
eso?
that in various ways. So like I said, those finishing moves earlier can help with that.
Pero ¿cuándo
But
comienza
mostly you
el
start
combate
out
contra el
in
demonio?
the terrain, with matches, And that you're usually all of your team.
Ah, tenés como objetivos. Arriba se van viendo, arriba en el medio.
Get all your fear eater down.
Mira, mira, mini ashes.
Oh, mini ashes, yeah. And so the main goal is we're collecting pages of the Necronomicon, right? To summon the dagger.
The game is divided into 3 parts.
Okay, 3 partes, okay.
Essentially, think of it like 3 acts. In the first act, you're gathering map pieces to find out where the Kandarian dagger and the Necronomicon are. Then you collect the Necronomicon and the dagger. 2 different steps, really, because they're in different places. And then you come here to the finale.
Tiene 3 fases el juego, la partida.
To kill the dark ones themselves and win the game.
Cool.
And of course,
nice.
all the while, the enemy player, the demon, will be attempting to stop you from doing exactly that.
Yeah.
O sea, el juego tiene tres etapas. Primero es buscar el mapa, después recolectar ciertos objetos y después buscar el libro.
That's interesting.
Y el objetivo del killer es evitar todo eso, obviamente.
So the enemy is going to know where you are 100%.
Nice.
Even though it's a huge map and it can be really tough to find the survivors, they will know for sure where you're at that
Muy
point in
buena.
the game, and can come and really mess with you. And obviously we have the score screen here. They did win.
Bueno, ese es el score.
Again, once you get
Okay.
those items, you go fight the dark ones themselves.
A ver.
Interestingly enough, at that point in the game, again, I made an allusion to battle royales earlier. At that point in the game, the map will start shrinking and pushing the players closer and closer in to force them into the dark
Interesante, gente.
encounter, or they'll die. So,
awesome.
Esta es la primera parte, están buscando el mapa.
It's really like, let's go kind of thing.
Is there still that tension like other
Claro.
games come to mind?
O sea que básicamente el superviviente lo que tiene que hacer, bueno, escapar, ¿no? Pero es que tiene que encontrar el mapa, después los elementos que le van a marcar el mapa. Y después tenés que ir a buscar el libro.
That's awesome.
Y el que juega de demonio tiene que evitar todo eso. Es un 4 versus 1, así que está nice. Está muy bueno, muy bueno.
Sure, yeah.
Qué bueno es Scream. Qué bueno es Scream.
Awesome. Well, anything else before we wrap this video up, Dan? I know we've got
Nice,
other videos
nice.
coming. Our next video is going to be a look.
Bueno, vamos a la parte del demonio, a ver qué onda. Porque esto ya está. Lo interesante y que me gustó mucho es esta parte, gente. Esta parte que muestra los diferentes tipos. Tenés líder, tenés warrior, hunter y support. O sea que puede haber dentro de un equipo 3 ashes. No, 4 ashes, perdón. Porque serían los ashes de todas las épocas. Este es el nuevo, el de la serie actual. Mira qué bueno ese caballero. Nice. Después tenés este otro caballero también de las películas. Acá tenés al otro Ash a la izquierda. A ver si lo muestran. Ahí está el otro Ash. Más joven, obviamente. Nice. Otro más. Qué loco. Pueden ir 4 Ash. Eso está bueno, ¿eh?
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, taking a look at Evil Dead the Game alongside the guy
Estos son de los...
into Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, taking a look at Evil Dead the Game alongside the guy who checked out the game, wrote the cover story for Game Informer magazine. It's Dan Tack. How you doing, Dan?
Mira los necromancen, papu. Esos son mi main, loco. Esos son mi main. Oh my god. Qué bueno los necromances.
And now we're looking at, the minions, the deadites that the Kandarian demon can utilize throughout their side of Evil Dead the game. You want to kind of go ahead and talk about what we're seeing here?
Yeah, we're going to see demon gameplay. Of course,
ves en primera persona. Ay, me la baja un poco.
It's a very different experience because you're basically incorporeal here.
Me hubiese gustado que sea en tercera también.
I don't want to say it's exactly like
Bueno, a ver cómo se ve, capaz que no.
But you've basically got to set the things up
O sea, tener una movilidad más rápida, obviamente.
You know, grabbing energy globes here. These things are going to let the demon player summon enemies. Okay? And that includes like basically low tier enemies, mid tier enemies, called elites, and then bosses. The bosses are probably the most fun and the most similar to what players would be familiar with from other horror asim games, because you can possess that.
Mira, los ve.
Really,
awesome.
even players.
And clarifying question: are they picking up these red orbs?
¿Y ahora?
The locations that can summon things.
Those, no, they're
qué
picking
hace?
those up so they can power their. Yeah, that's basically giving them XP and.
Les tirás cosas. Les tirás los bichos vos.
Set traps, summon enemies, etc.
Possess a car, apparently.
Oh, le puedes ser el car, el auto.
You can possess cars, you can possess players, and of course you're going to
Mirá.
possess the boss.
Qué bueno.
For sure, but you can even possess minor deadites depending on the situation. You're like, okay, this is like the one situation.
O sea que vos tenés que ir como modificando el mapa como killer.
Survivors, and at the same time, I'm going to possess an elite monster and start attacking them with it manually.
Oh,
so you get all of the you get all of their abilities when you possess them. As we
Y vos usás una de las cosas que sacás.
you know, it's now an occupied.
Qué nice.
Which can do a variety of things. Each deadite has its own special abilities. So if I'm playing as the puppeteer.
O sea, vos vas por el mapa poniendo tus. Oh, Pablo, mirá, lo metiste en Scream.
Yeah, we talked about that last video. That's cool.
We did. And of course, you know, you can spec into these things. If you're playing the
Qué
puppeteer,
bueno.
really focused on
O sea que vos como killer, vamos a llamarlo, vas modificando el mapa y le vas tirando cosas. Y después podés apropiarte de algún NPC y jugarlo vos. Mira, ¿y eso? ¡Qué nice! Sistema interesante.
You get a full complement of like necromancer style deadites with that build, which includes a skeleton with a flute who's really funny and very powerful.
Mira, poseyó a un jugador.
You have to kill the flute guy doesn't do direct damage, but if you don't kill it, you're in a real big.
¿Poseyó otro jugador?
Player, didn't we?
What the fuck?
Right here, yes. Now it doesn't last too long, depending on your build, but it can be really disruptive. Like when I was using it, I would try to time it during an already chaotic situation.
Qué bueno.
You want to target like, you know, the healer or something, which you can identify pretty easily, and you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna wait till they're in the middle of a firefight with something else. You know, I'll summon a couple of elites or deadites, along with a situation where they're already being attacked, like when they're trying to.
Mira, los vomitó a todos.
And that'll give you like a real big window to really cause some.
Qué bueno, loco. Me está gustando, me está gustando la parte de killer. Vos, Demon Vision, ¿qué es esto? Trampas.
But the survivors can actually split like really hardcore if they want to be. I think that we'll see that more in more advanced strategies.
Yeah, and how big is that map? Like how far could they go?
It's enormous.
Okay.
It is absolutely enormous. You actually need.
Es muy grande el mapa, cierto. Lo que dice.
It is huge, which actually can be kind of challenging.
Mira, le está tirando de todo.
To find them early on, it gives them a buffer to go loot up.
Yeah.
Because you know you're gonna find stuff like, you know, different rarity guns. Again,
qué bueno.
Sort of battle royale kind of like stuff today. What would be considered facets of that genre, right? So when they
está muy bueno, gente, me encanta. Me encanta.
Melee weapons, including chainsaws.
Ya quiero probarlo.
Axes and you name it, it's all out there for the, you know.
Mira esa onda catacumba ahí.
And of course, so what just happened there is once they get the dagger or the pages, when they complete that horde event, it kicks the demon player out immediately after, so that gives them a chance to get a breather.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if they complete the sort of horde mode
¿Y cómo usan
the demon, they get a small reprieve.
¿En qué momento usan al killer? En general, porque si no te la pasás tirando demonios nomás o algo así.
Did you find it easy to control? It's almost got like this fluidity, like it's just.
It's really trying to go for that. If you've seen the original.
O sea, por ahora usás solamente gente poseída. Hasta ahora.
Play into that. They do that all over this game actually. This game is like.
Mira, una embestida. Es el Raider. Ahí está. Es el demonio.
Every aspect of the films they could, and still make a game with rather varied mechanics instead of having, you know, Evil Dead, right? Like,
yeah.
So here we have Henrietta being possessed. So this is possessing this boss warlord monster.
Va a ser una locura usar al demonio, Ojo, no va a ser fácil, me parece.
Obviously, as a boss. So
yeah.
You can do a lot of damage. She actually has a power fart. You got to be careful about that.
Oh, that sounds like Evil Dead.
I mean, yeah. By the time.
Interesante. ¿Y esta parte? A ver.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, with the new show too. I just watched some of that Netflix series. It's on. Was it a Netflix series? I don't know. It was on Netflix though. But anyway.
The 2015 one, yeah.
Tons of tons of different deadites, and you can possess them. Here we go, possessing a mid-tier elite.
Es como que sos el
I
ente.
really like how dynamic this
Es como
is.
que si fueras el ente de...
You have to be, if you're
Va
playing
manipulando
as
todo el
the
mapa.
demon, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to be a lot better at the game than playing a survivor because you're gonna have to macromanage and micromanage a bunch of different things all going on at once.
Yeah.
Because while this demon player is doing fairly well in this demo, a coordinated team of survivors will absolutely annihilate anything you possess within seconds. So you have to really time moments a little bit better. They're kind of just letting Henrietta.
Está interesante, ¿no?
Kind of funny.
Sistema de combate.
Team up on those
Victoria.
that go down fast.
No me enteré todavía en qué momento ganaron. No me enteré en qué momento ganaron, la verdad. Pero se ve... Mira, mira, mira. Ah, ejecuciones, mira. Nice.
These are finishing moves you can do. This is Evil Dead. This is an extremely gory franchise for those of you not familiar with it.
Ese es el que yo quería ver, loco, el necromancer, y no me lo mostraron.
Yeah, there are some fantastic takedowns you can do.
No, este no es el necromancer, este es el superviviente. Pero qué bueno que se ve.
If you like to play
My
survivors,
God.
you'll be happier. And
Mira.
you probably will like the challenge of playing the demon if you're already like.
Todos tienen ejecuciones diferentes, qué bueno.
It's you really have to get in there and really use every tool in your disposal.
Me encanta cómo salta la sangre para todos lados, así bien como las películas y la serie. Bien exagerado. Es muy bueno. ¡Qué buena, loco! ¡Una pica tenía! Nice, gente, nice. Me encanta, me encanta. Me encanta.